Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 3 at House of Creativity. With that being said, I did leave this. I was not paying attention to it. Like I said, it probably took an additional 15 minutes from my last part 2. So this has been sitting for the last 6 hours because obviously trying to record and work simultaneously. So with that being said, I haven't peeked at it. So here we go. We're going to peek into the rice cooker because I was going to transfer this into a different container. So let's open this up. Whoops, I can't focus. Voila. Here is my beautiful rice. So, what is the measurement here? So let me see. We estimated roughly what? So that was barely 3 cups of rice, or maybe possibly 3 cups of rice, 3.5. Our measurement is barely, right at 5 cups. So it would have been what? So maybe 2.5 cups to yield 5 if this is legit. But let me fluff it up. Let's see if that changes. Trying to do this one-handed. I apologize. I like to go to the edge of the rice container and scoop down to the bottom and scoop it up. It's the best way to do it, I think, because look, the paddles are always curved ever so slightly. Best way to get in, best way to get up, and rotate and fluff it. I don't know why people like to cut it down the middle. I find that that's cutting the grains if it's soft. You can kind of already see how the grains are already fluffing up. And you can see how they are individualizing. So that just tells me it's the perfect consistency. And I could usually tell if it's too soft, too mushy, if I decided to add too much water just by pure mistake. I do run into some mistakes at times if I'm in a rush or I'm not thinking about it, or I think that my eyes are good and I have the water and the rice ratio down pat, then yes. Obviously, as you can tell, individual rice grains. Let's see how well. I'll pick some up. It's already splitting up. So you can already tell when you're in the rice. I'll crack one open. It's pretty much cooked through. And it's soft. You would be able to tell if the grains are undercooked because they won't be as transparent. I think the look of them would be darker white, but I will taste it. It's not al dente. It is just past ever so slightly the al dente. Only reason being is because I let it sit, and any condensation or any moisture that is still there is still cooking. So it's soft. It is so perfect. I cannot tell you. It tastes wonderful. It is done. Now I'm going to unplug it, and that is essentially it. It is ready for consumption. If I wanted to, if I was truly, truly wanting to, it still has that standard stickiness to it because it is rice, it is pasta, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's not pasta, but it's sticky. But it's not sticky like short grain rice, or it's not sticky like your sweet rice. It has texture. It pulls together. You can use chopsticks easily. The flavor of, you can taste the jasmine in it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's really excellent. And as you can tell, just by fluffing it up, usually if grains are not going to separate, you're not going to see them this well. They're going to clump together like a little ball like that, and you're not going to be able to see it. It's going to look mushy, and it would look kind of like this. It won't break apart, and I squeezed it, so I can separate it. And it'll come apart very easily. And then when I put this in my mouth, it's going to break up. So, anyhow, that's my perfect rice. I'm addicted. I would just eat this and kimchi and call it a done deal. But it's pretty. It's beautiful. Don't mind my lighting. It's horrible. It may look a little yellow to me, but it isn't. Trust and believe. It is just horrible lighting that I have in an old house. But that's it. You can see the individuality of the grain. It is nice. No burntness at the bottom. It is truly perfect. I apologize. I'm kind of all over the place with my camera. I'm trying to keep it focused. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. But that's it. My rice is done. Now I transplant it or put it into a different container. Let it sit on my counter until it's cooled down or cool enough. And then I stick it in my refrigerator and I make fried rice. If I really wanted to and I was down to a crunch, I could do it because it's so individualized. The grains aren't sticking together. I could make fried rice out of this, and it would be easily separated. It's a little bit more difficult to work with, but the grains separate very beautifully. And I could easily make fried rice just out of this right now. So, maybe another episode for a different day. But yeah, perfectly cooked, beautiful rice, and I hope you like it. Like I said, don't worry, my hands are clean, but this is my individual rice. And it breaks up very easily. So, I hope you all love it. I hope this helps. I hope maybe I touch topics that might ease your mind. Other than that, like I said, House of Creativity, my spin on traditional things, non-traditional things, maybe hacks, equipment, may become, depending on the cuckoo and when I get to it. If I get more likes on my cuckoo review, on that 15-second short cuckoo review, maybe. If I have more comments that want to know about the digital aspects of the newer versions of rice cookers and trying to compare it to this old school method, still wonderful product, people still purchase it, I would say I will be more than happy to. Again, I'm trying to steer away from this and incorporate the new. It's kind of hard for me because I've been using this same product for 23 years. I think I said I can't remember. It was 100 years ago. I was 17 when I purchased it. Anyhow, so it's old, real old, and purrs like a kitten. And let me tell you, I don't wash this out, but with soap and water. Not even hard astringents. Sometimes, I don't even use a hard scouring brush. I use a cotton cloth, or I'll use my hands and rinse it out. That's it. I don't do too much to this, and it stays in perfect condition. I wiped this down. I could pop this off and wash it, but it's rice. And nothing comes out of this. Hold on. Let me see if I could do it. Yeah. In 20 some odd years, I may have rinsed this, popped this off, rinsed it out, maybe 4 or 5 times. But I wipe it off. You can see the water on here, the steam, the condensation. Wipe it down. It's done. Or in my case, because I'm lazy, I would just leave it. But again, it's how I do things. And maybe not kosher, but it works. It does its deed. I've never had anybody get sick. And it's my own personal consumption, mainly. Friends and family, whomever. It's steam. What are you going to ruin with steam, right? If anything, it's an antimicrobial, bacterial system. I'm not concerned by it. I've never had to replace this. There's no gaskets, no seals. It is what it is. The rubber seal for this, I've never had to replace. There is nothing to replace on that. Like I said, nothing. It closes. I open it, it's done. There's nothing to it. So, I hope I answered any questions. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I think this is Friday that I've done this, so hopefully it'll be uploaded this weekend. Other than that, comment, let me know. Like I said, first time, I'm new to the YouTube industry, so giving it a whirl. I had more reviews on this than the cuckoo. I decided I was going to do it. This is my method. I hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe, you know the process with YouTube. It helps me out any which way you can. Be nice to one another. Help one another. Be friendly. Be human. I keep it real 100%. I'm not politically correct. I apologize in advance. Don't come at me being that I'm not politically correct. I'm old school. I'm an old dinosaur. I don't know all those lingos. I just keep it real. I keep it mobile. So, take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Wonderful day. I am signing out. Peace. And hope you guys all enjoyed. Bye.